The cool thing about precious metals is that they are financial prepping. They're a crossbreed between your finances and your preps. If the financial prepping is out of reach for you, you can, if you choose to, take a step back away from the financial prepping, and you can look to the left and focus on your finances. You can look to the right and focus on your preps. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. Today I want to talk about the spot price of silver climbing up to and above now the $28 an ounce mark, and whether or not I am still converting my dollars into silver at these higher prices. But really quick, just in case you're new, make sure to subscribe for daily videos. Also subscribe to my second channel, which is my backup channel for exclusive weekly content. Brand new video over there, go check it out. The link will be in the description. Trying to hit 2,000 subscribers. And if you want to help support the channel by getting some DYDSS merchandise, of course we have some precious metal themed t-shirts and hoodies which are up for grabs, along with a ton of other products, t-shirts, hoodies, even stickers, many of which are raising funds and awareness for different charity organizations. And of course the brand new Kraken Stackin' t-shirt, hoodie, sticker, and coffee mug inspired by the beautiful 2-ounce silver Kraken coin. Any and all merchandise can be found by clicking the first link in the description section down below. Thank you in advance, it's more than appreciated. But today I woke up to yet another surprise thanks to silver. I said it in yesterday's video, I woke up to $27 an ounce. First time in my life that I saw silver hit $27 an ounce. I could say the same for 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, and 19 as well, because I've only been second for about 2.5 years. But today, silver hit and surpassed the $28 an ounce mark. I believe it's $28.42 as I am recording this video, and I find that mind-boggling. I find that to be exciting and terrifying at the same time, because it does not look like the dollar bill is all too healthy right now. But there's a couple things that I wanted to talk about in regards to silver being up to and above $28 an ounce, because truth be told, now that silver's $28 an ounce, you know it's right around the corner, don't you? $29, maybe even $30. It might happen this week for all I know. But I wanted to talk about this because I've been getting a lot of questions, and they've been during my live streams, they've been in the comment section of my regular videos, they've been commenting on my Instagram posts. A lot of people have been asking me, are you still buying, or as I like to refer to it as, am I still converting my dollars into silver? Now, the answer is yes, but no, and it has nothing to do with the spot price. I would say no, because I spent June and July picking up as much silver as I possibly could. I picked up more silver in the months of June and July than probably the amount of silver that I picked up during the summer or fall of 2018, back when spot price was only 13, 14 bucks and premiums are only $1 or $2. I picked up so much silver last month, and during the last week of June, I really made up for lost time. As I've explained countless times, I went about 3 months without picking up any silver at all, because what happened in March, I didn't know what that meant. I didn't know how that was going to affect my income. I didn't know if more expenses were going to pop up into my life, so I figured it was probably a safer bet for me personally to hang on to my currency rather than convert my currency into money, and then if something happens, have to liquidate and worry about that being a little bit of a headache rather than having cash on hand that I could use instantly if I absolutely needed to. As I always say, this is a short-term solution to a short-term problem. Short-term problems could be unexpected financial hardships, medical expenses, car repairs, things like that, things that you aren't really necessarily expecting to happen. The dollar bill can help take care of you in that way. But this, the silver, the gold, I would consider that to be a long-term solution to a long-term problem. And that long-term problem would be inflation. Everyone loves inflation. But I wanted to talk about this today because, as I said, the answer at this very specific point in time is no, but it has nothing to do with the spot price of silver. I'm not sitting here saying $28 is too high for me. I know it's not necessarily $28. It's more like closer to $35 because premiums are up as well. So yes, it's out of a lot of people's comfort zones It's out of a lot of people's reach right now. A lot of people are struggling to get their hands on silver. A lot of people are unable to get their hands on silver, whether it's just because they're unwilling to, or they want to keep their dollar cost average low, or maybe they just simply can't afford it. Maybe they don't have enough currency to convert into money that requires a larger fiat dollar bill amount. A lot's going on right now. It's an exciting and terrifying time simultaneously right now for the precious metal world. But there's a couple things that I wanted to talk about, because am I unwilling to convert dollars into silver right now at this specific point in time? No, absolutely not. It is incredibly difficult to get your hands on silver right now. A lot of places are sold out or claiming to be sold out. A lot of people are converting their dollars into silver at such ridiculously high premiums. It's kind of like driving up the prices for everyone else. All the people who are like being controlled by the fear of missing out are driving up the prices for the rest of us. So it's a difficult time right now. But there's something that I wanted to talk about. Yes, I am going to be stacking silver as soon as that direct deposit hits, but I wanted to talk about something else, because I more so wanted to talk to the people who are unable or unwilling to convert their dollars into silver at this specific point in time. Now, I understand this might sound pretty strange coming from a silver stacking channel, but I don't believe in tunnel vision. I don't believe that the blinders should be on and you should be focusing on silver and silver only. I do not think that should be the case. I believe in silver more than I believe in most other things, but you want to know what I believe in even more than silver? Diversification. So diversification could mean a couple different things. Diversification could mean diversifying with other metals, such as gold, maybe platinum, maybe palladium. But it doesn't just have to be about precious metals. The cool thing about precious metals is that they are financial prepping. They're a crossbreed between your finances and your preps. They're a little of both. However, if the precious metals, if the financial prepping is out of reach for you, if you are unable to or unwilling to convert your dollars into precious metals, now that the prices are jacked up pretty high, if you're unable or unwilling, you can, if you choose to, take a step back away from the financial prepping, and you can look to the left and focus on your finances. You can look to the right and focus on your preps. See, I believe it's crucial. I believe it's vital, necessary, absolutely mandatory to stay busy and stay productive. Always be working on something. Always be adding to something. Always be building something, even if it's not the silver and the gold. If you cannot get your hands on silver and gold right now, or if you're just unwilling to, or whatever the case may be, whatever your reason is, if you are taking a step back away from silver and gold, I don't believe it's very wise to sit there getting absolutely nothing done with your fingers crossed, hoping for a pullback. And I'll tell you exactly why that is. It would be because, as I say almost every day, I'll run through it really quick because I don't want to be repetitive. If you're going to sit there waiting for a pullback, if you're going to sit there hoping and praying for the prices to come down, when it's not promised, by the way, it's not guaranteed. It's not a sure thing that the prices are going to drop. There's no guarantee that there's going to be a pullback. There's no guarantee that premiums are going to come down. It's not a promised thing. We don't know for sure. So if you're going to sit there and wait for that to happen, just to save some currency, you have to understand that you are simultaneously spending your time, which is an even more valuable asset than the silver and the gold. Now, I'm not insinuating that you should be controlled by the fear of missing out, because I don't believe that should be the case either. I think you got to find a happy medium, and I think you have to come to terms with the fact that premiums might never come back down. Spot price might never come back down. Does that mean that you should desperately stack the silver and the gold, even though you know you're uncomfortable doing so or unable to do so, putting it all on a credit card, blah, blah, blah? I don't think that should be the case either. But I think you got to find a happy medium. And if you, at this specific point in time, are unable to or unwilling to get your hands on the silver and the gold, I think you should take the blinders off, take a step away from the tunnel vision, and research other realms, other markets, Now, in no way, shape, or form am I going to tell you in this video that you should be investing in starting a business or investing in the stock market or investing in real estate or investing in something else. No, that's not what I'm going to say. What I am going to say is study some of the markets while you are waiting, because that's productive. That's doing something. That's familiarizing yourself with something that you might be ignorant on. I do this myself. I study the other markets. I study all the markets. I study as much as possible when it comes to really anything economics or finance related, even industries that I have absolutely no involvement in. I don't have the currency to get involved in real estate. That doesn't mean that I'm going to completely neglect paying attention to the real estate market. I personally, I'm not a crypto hater, but I don't really believe in crypto. I have no faith or confidence in cryptocurrency, but I still study it. I still pay attention. I still keep my eyes on it to see what's going on. I dabble when it comes to the stock market. I don't really consider myself to be much of an investor, but I still pay attention to the stock market. I look at the general state of the economy. I look at absolutely everything. I always try my best to pay attention to as many things as I can. Reason for that is because I believe if you familiarize yourself with as much as possible, you can potentially be one step ahead of the game, and who knows? That could be very, very rewarding. Not to mention, there's a lot of people in a lot of different industries. I'll talk about the stock market guys, for example. There's a lot of stock market guys who hate precious metals. A lot of stock market guys that hate real estate. All they know is the stock market. There's a lot of precious metal guys that all they know is precious metals. I think you should understand everything, and I think you should come to your own conclusion while remaining as objective as you possibly can be. Reason for that is because I don't think the average person keeps an open mind. I don't think the average person involves themselves in something that they don't know. So what I'm saying is get to know those other industries, get to know those other markets. You don't have to go full throttle and buy all the books and watch all the videos and spend your entire, day absorbing all this information about those, but understand them before you say no. A lot of people are living their life with a closed mind. A lot of people are living their life with the blinders on, the tunnel vision, and they are just failing to understand other industries. Now, if you get yourself to the point where you're understanding these other industries and you still feel like it's not for you, then good. Congratulations, you made your own decision. The fear of the unknown did not make the decision for you. Understand things before you reject them. Understand the question before you say no. That's my only suggestion. Now, like I said, if you're not going to participate in the precious metals for, the time being, just temporarily, whatever the case may be, and you have the other areas of finance covered, or if you want to focus on the preps instead, I think this is vital as well. The reason I say that is because with everything going on right now, what happens if there's a massive second wave of the sea bug? By the way, we call it the sea bug over here to stay off of YouTube's radar. The sea bug, that's the sickness that's been going on. What happens if there's another practically nationwide lockdown? What happens then? We're about half opened up, or maybe a quarter opened up. It was considered to be a national emergency a couple months back, and it's been slowly but surely opening back up the country, the economy, everything. It's been slowly but surely getting the ball rolling again. But what happens if we have to stop and backtrack? What happens if the places that have just opened back up this month or last month or the month before, what if they're forced to close back down? What happens then? What happens if you spent all of your time focusing on getting as many coins as you possibly can, that you failed to stack and prep the things that you would probably need in the event of a second lockdown? What happens then? What happened in March? What happened in April? People were getting into fistfights in the grocery store. There were two ladies who were punching each other in a Walmart parking lot. I remember this happened in my town. Why was that? Because neither of those two ladies were prepared for what was going on. Granted, I don't think anybody was fully prepared for what was going on, but at least now that we know that could happen, we know that it could happen again. So if you prepare yourself, if you are unable or unwilling to get your hands on the silver and the gold, maybe focus on the food preps. Maybe focus on the methods of water purification. Maybe get yourself some first aid supplies, some medical kits, some other things that have to do with prepping. Whatever you fear might happen, maybe try your best to combat it to the best of your ability. Now, I wouldn't say go crazy, but if you're unable or unwilling to get the silver, like I said before, I think it's absolutely vital, crucial, mandatory to stay busy. Because guess what happens if you're sitting there waiting for a pullback, getting absolutely nothing done, hoping that the prices drop, or hoping that there's some type of discount, or hoping that something happens? What happens a couple weeks, couple months down the road if that doesn't happen? Then you're going to come to the realization that you let a couple weeks, a couple months, maybe even longer, you let all this time go by and you were completely unproductive. That, in my opinion, and from my perspective, is detrimental. But as I always say, in every single video, I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing on this channel is financial advice. It's all for entertainment purposes, but it's also to initiate a conversation. So number one, I'm curious, what are your thoughts? But two, here's the next thing that I want to say. Silver and gold, as I previously mentioned, are somewhat of a crossbreed between your finances and your preps. Financial prepping. Your silver and your gold, it's there for you for a rainy day. Now, I don't personally believe in converting the silver and the gold back into dollars. It seems a little bit counterproductive. So people have been asking me, oh, at what price would you cash out? You know, that's not really a relevant question to me because I don't really consider it cashing out when getting a larger amount of currency back than the initial amount that I put in doesn't really make all that much sense, considering that the dollar bill is weaker than it was from the time that I converted it into precious metals to begin with. But point being is that it's there for you if you absolutely need it, even if you don't have all that much. I've been getting comments from people saying, oh, all I have is, 20, 30, 40, 50 ounces of silver. I just got started this month or last month or whatever. I don't have all that much, and now the prices are high and I can't really get any more. A lot of places are sold out. Here's the thing. You are far more prepared than the average person. I don't think many average people watch my videos, and if they do, they only make it a couple seconds and they can't handle it. It's not really something that aligns with their way of thinking because they probably have that fiat currency mentality. But the people who actually watch my videos, I mean, here we are about like 17 or 18 minutes deep into this video. If you're still watching, I would consider you above average. The people who actually understand the importance, the significance, the intrinsic value of this real true money that I have sitting in front of me. Like I say, the opinions don't matter when the facts are on the table. And what do we have on the table? A little bit of money. And if all you have is a handful of silver, a handful of gold, maybe like 10, 20, maybe 50, maybe 100 ounces of silver, congratulations. That's 10, 20, maybe 50, maybe 100 ounces of silver more than the average person has. So already you're off to a good start. Even if you had 1 ounce of silver, that's more than people have, for the most part. That's more than the average person has. So, I think that's important to take into consideration. I think that's important to remember. Stack at your own pace. Don't necessarily follow the trends. If you see a lot of people fearfully converting their dollars into silver because they're scared that it's going to go higher and they're going to miss out, and that's not something that you're comfortable with, then don't do it. Make your own decisions, come to your own conclusions, and as I said before, try your best to study all the markets. Try your best to develop an understanding of everything going on. Like I said, it might sound weird coming from a silver stacking channel, but there's more than just silver. There's more than just gold. There's more than just precious metals. Study the stock market. Study the real estate market. Study different types of businesses and different industries. Study the general state of the economy. Study what's going on with the dollar bill. Study the charts, study the graphs, and try your best to understand and decipher what in the world is going on. And if you do that, I believe you maybe will be one step ahead of the game and that could really pay off. Like I said, these are just my opinions. It's all just from my perspective. Let me know in the comments your thoughts. This video is mostly just me thinking out loud, so it probably wasn't all that fluid, but I tried my best to articulate my thoughts as best I can. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. If you guys enjoyed today's video, please hit that like button. If you guys like me, make sure to subscribe. New videos every single day, 365 days a year. Also subscribe to my second channel, which is my backup channel for exclusive weekly content. Brand new video over there. Go check it out. The link will be in the description. Trying really hard to hit 2,000 subscribers. Just hit 1,000. I appreciate that. And if you want to help support the channel in the biggest possible way, please consider getting yourself some DYDSS merchandise. Of course, we have some precious metal themed t-shirts and hoodies, which are up for grabs, along with a ton of other products, t-shirts, hoodies, even stickers, many of which are raising funds and awareness for different charity organizations. And of course, the brand new Crackin' Stackin' t-shirt, hoodie, sticker, and coffee mug, inspired by the beautiful 2-ounce silver Kraken coin. Portion of the proceeds are actually going to be going towards ocean cleanup charity organizations at no additional cost to you. Comes out of my pocket, not yours. Any and all merchandise can be found by clicking the first link in the description section down below. Thank you in advance. It's more than appreciated. And once again, I want you guys to head on down in the comments and let me know your thoughts on everything that I shared in today's video. $28 an ounce for silver. What are your thoughts on that? Is it too high for you? Are you still buying in? Are you still converting your dollars into silver, even though the spot price is really getting up there? Premiums are definitely already up there. What are your thoughts? What are you doing? Are you still converting your dollars into silver? And also, are you tunnel vision on silver, or do you study all the markets? Do you pay attention to everything going on? Do you try your best to understand the different industries, different financial realms? Maybe you've studied them and you've came to your own conclusion that they're not for you, therefore you're not going to get involved. That's perfectly fine. I respect that. I respect a person who develops an understanding before saying no, even if they still say no. Much more than I respect a person that doesn't even know what they're rejecting. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you tomorrow. And remember, don't you dare stop smiling. Peace.